been practicing with, playing with a stand and a sub to shoot them some bail with it. But we can look forward now to Pearl.
Oh, wow. Okay, so I was wondering, it is the same idea, right? I said that both of these teams are looking to play Waylay Chamber. I mean, something that worked amazingly for 100 Thieves on Bind. But, again, because they can't play with Neon right now, because Neon is still 17 until January 28th, it's PXS who's coming in to play the Chamber. So that would normally be Neon's role, and Neon's phenomenally individually talented, so that's a lot of pressure on PXS's shoulders. We saw the double duelist, it was actually Spike who was asked to step up, but now Spike's going over to KO, something he's super, super familiar and confident with. So, yeah, Leviatán, they're in a difficult position here. They're playing on their opponent's map pick. They're trying to do as well as they possibly can until they have their full squad available at some point during kickoff, trying not to put themselves in the worst possible position where they're like, you know, one loss away from being out completely. But 100 Thieves will just be super confident coming into their own map pick here.
If Cryo as well can keep even 1% of the form that he had in that prior map moving forwards, it's a tough ask in that head-to-head. PXS is going to be really asked a lot of on the Chamber itself. I mean, Leviatán's comp as well, I mean, just at a glance, you can see there's a lot of post-plant util. Sure. They're going to be starting on a defense side, so not really relevant until another 12 rounds.
Yeah, I mean, they're both playing double initiator here, but I think that the Tejo is really nice now that they've buffed him too.
Yeah.
The drone is super good. Always got that post-plant availability. What 100 Thieves going for with Timatino on a shorty.
Tagged there with a knife. Sato not able to really pull himself back. Spike could be feeling the heat turned up against him very early on and still just spots those players. They've contacted up all the way. I mean, 100 Thieves are now explosive, trying to get themselves involved onto the site. Leviatán, bit of a rolling retreat, now looking to refight potentially once more. Flash, pull, a lot of util being expended early here. 100 Thieves no worse for wear, looking to fight a little bit further forward. Just a shorty in Timatino's hands, and he can't really do much at range with that bang. Forwards, and alongside Vora, he's able to do quite a bit. Systematic in terms of the way that they've dissected a lot of that site, but the nade again to deny the plan. Time being bought and kills found and claimed. Spike drop down.
And this is where PXS might be able to shine. 6 shots in the Headhunter.
2v3. It's double face though. Cryo is eager to get back onto that line as well to assist. Asuna's going to be dropped very low, but a lot of space, and now the plant finally down. 100 Thieves. Sigh of relief. They can breathe for but a moment.
There was a nice knife as well from Asuna. Delayed PXS getting his gun back out.
Cryo very much alone here. No one's going to be swinging off his contact. Potentially Asuna, but he is very low. Knife there. What a shot by Spike, and what a collection of kills.
2v3. Looking beautiful there for Leviatán. 2 players from 2G really playing well together at the end there. The knife as well connecting onto Bang, so no opportunity for going for a pull or something like that. Spike, I believe, bought like full utility in this round. Both flashes doing a lot, the nade doing a lot as well. But in the end, his gun doing the most. Picked up a sheriff and made it sing. It's a great start for Lev, but at the same time, if I remember correctly, they won both pistols and then lost the follow-up rounds.
Yeah.
So it's this one that matters most.
That was the danger zone for them. See if a conversion here would be a better beginning compared to Bind. Spike. Uh-oh, here we go. Trying to jump on the chance to punish when that orb was being picked up, and double dash for the shorty. Incredibly punishing stuff. Sato feeling like he needs to potentially even it out, but as Stars, they're down at his feet, trying to give him a bit of coverage, but he's way out to the open. You cannot be telling me this is happening again.
He's going for the reload in the open.
Oh my.
It's just a sitting duck. And Timo's so good with getting those picks. There's a reason why he's been using the shorty so far as his primary weapon in this map. This is a horrible situation to play from as Lev. There's a gun down on A.
Oh, okay.
King's going walkabouts, potentially straight into Cryo, although he's got his back turned at the moment. Oh, this is weird.
This is really strange. Really strange. Running and gunning. Guardian versus the Headhunters. King claims it. Outlaw held. A lot of damage done. But it is going to leave it just down to King now. 1v2 still very much winnable, but 100 Thieves would be able to settle themselves, regroup up, potentially reclaim some of those weapons.
I like the decision to double clear towards Art. Once they don't see King here, they've got a decent idea of where he's coming from.
Will mean that Vora doesn't actually have a gun to play with. Most of the bodies are down towards the back of the site and main.
He's got a smoke. But then Vora could throw a Haunted side of it. Things could get weird here, but King's got chances.
Yeah. Trying to make sure that he can clear most of those corners. Start, place down. A tap. First sign of it with the C's. That's a connection. Haunt as well, looking for these open fights to be taken. Timotino! It's a lot of damage done. What the hell is he playing at? King!
Doesn't have the time.
No, it's not been played for.
I mean, what's he playing at? He's playing with his food. Running towards him, getting the wiggle on, and that, I mean, I can see King in the cam there, not happy about the way that that round played out. All calm towards the end as he was decided to play the clutch, but then had words for the rest of the team.
Yeah, my apologies to Timotino. Wasn't familiar with your game. And it's the C's, mate. No sound cues, didn't know what the pressure was.
Yeah. But yeah. Both King and Owner.
It's just a repeat.
Not happy with that. No, it's unbelievable, isn't it?
Just ridiculous.
They've won 3 out of 3 pistols and lost 3 out of 3 follow-ups.
Okay. Stern words to be had.
And this is how 100 Thieves generated that ridiculous ult snowball on buy. It all starts
2/3 of the way there.
Yeah. Winning the pistol is good for creating ult snowballs. Winning the second round as a thrifty is even better. So, LEV are just putting themselves in a horrible spot to open up these halves.
A lot of contacting it. 100 Thieves, Timotino is essentially a human drone looking to get the information, and he just spotted that out from the minimap.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Timotino is fantastic at getting himself information on these dashes in.
That's 100 Thieves as well that are incredibly good at just following up off the back of it.
Yeah, the nade, the C's, absolutely perfect.
Walking back up.
They're still going into the stack here. Double bandit from Blows and Spike.
We could do some work, close quarters. One shot to the head, even if you're at full armor. The Haunt needs to be broken out towards the back. Angles need to be covered. Cryo adjusting in time. Seeing the swing out. Timotino. Yeah, relentless is 100 Thieves. Making sure to dissect most of the side here.
And here's that min-maxing, Brett. Asuna getting tossed the Spike so that he can prioritize getting the null command online. Attacking null command, it's huge. Gives you so many options on a map like this. Always thinking about the best way of being able to maximize their chances.
Yeah, PXS needs to be thinking about...
Yeah, and there's the kill. Asuna is the one that takes the deepest line, takes first contact, and now they don't even have to play for an ult orb.
Nope.
Yeah, they can just get this round going straight off barrier drop. We haven't seen many fast rounds from 100 Thieves, but this could be one. I love the way that they're playing to push every advantage as far as they can get it. But you've still got to look on the other side as well and say, LEV are opening the door for them very early on by playing these round twos pretty horribly.
Way too slapdash. You're seeing a flash primed potential double dash again. Timotino is going to be one to follow up off of Mo for this one. And again, that Haunt up at top. LEV will force themselves, at least they're going to be forced to respect it. So backing themselves out of the A main fight. Orb given up.
And this one feels like a fast A push at the beginning of the round.
Never alternate.
Yeah. But actually, it's just a bit of a soft play, isn't it? Asuna was never really with the team ready to commit that null command early on. Instead, it's about Timo. I think this is anticipating a re-clear, and look who's walking up.
Yeah, here it is. I mean, he's in a position for it, potentially. Off their contact, there it is. Converge pass. You're going to see it. Slowed up. Blows can't really move into this one. Bit of collateral damage. I think Vora also got caught, so they couldn't really jump on the chance, but okay, King finds himself cheeky little Cryo who was going walkabouts into mid.
That's much needed from Leviatán. Equalizing things that early, that quickly, makes the round much more winnable. And 100 Thieves, yeah, they didn't really get what they were looking for off the back of Timotino's ult. This is a huge clash.
Another clash, yep, another contact play in towards it. Again, the saturate. It's a good chance and a good attempt, really. King even gets Timotino before he goes down here. But it's left LEV in a sore spot indeed. 2v3. Blows still sitting towards the back of the side. Plant down, and PXS being cleaned up. It leaves it just down to Blows, and position noted now. making sure, look at that, I mean, just doubling up. No gaps whatsoever for 100 Thieves. Really continuing that theme that we saw from them on Bind.
Knocking the economy, giving themselves another opportunity to generate a big snowball. Having said that, though, they did use 2 big ultimates in this round. Asuna popping the null command almost reactively off the pressure that they ran into over towards Art. But they got all the kills they needed. Swept away Lev. Ona's having a rough time over there.
Yeah, tension headache going to be forming, I think. Troubling times for Lev. Money not good.
PXS dodging the knife, getting into a position where his headhunter could do some work.
Recall though. He wants to try and make a go of it, spots it, sees the signs of life. Flash, dash, Prowler in your face. Recall towards the back there, the classic right click does its job. Damage done, King could potentially be played in, but PXS will be falling and King choosing not to take that timing. Long range, it's artillery being sent down to see if they can deny that plan, but Salvo's not really doing too much. Underhanded with a flash, but that's a team flash at that blows, couldn't see much. All supplemented and helped out, reinforced by Asuna towards the back.
And all left on Sato. In a 1v3, this one was just a thrifty for Lev. But Asuna trying to get up to his next ultimate. Goes down.
Almost lining up. But you got to think it's inevitable, right?
There's a backstab coming through. Bang, creeping up behind Sato, and he's not long for this world.
There you go.
Bullets in the back, and a 4-1 lead. Safe pair of hands. But things are not as bad as they were on Bind. The huge snowball that happened there has not occurred just yet. It would be this round that really decides it, though. Round 6 about to come in. Spike and King both with ultimates.
Let's go.
The rest of Lev close. They've got the op, they've got the rifles. If 100 Thieves want to make another pretty perfect attack side, this is an opportunity to crush Lev again. Double dash out really fast over towards A. But meantime, PXS is the one with the chance to get an early pick.
There it is. He's got sight lines. He spots a body, doesn't take the shot, just the TP. Plays his life back.
Crosshair placement was wrong side of the pillar there, so rather than offer any opportunity for Cryo to hit a flick shot, he evacuates. But it's now much more passive lines. You know, early on in the round, we actually had Sato pushed up fairly deep in A main. You know, they had this line, but now have dropped back much further on both sides of the map.
They achieved the objective. They wanted to build up the ultimates.
Bring them down.
Stole the orb away from A main with that early fight.
Yeah, Blow's ult could be absolutely pivotal. Depends how slowly 100 Thieves play. So far, it hasn't been too much of an issue.
A lot of guessing so far from both these teams. I mean, the trademark still up. Peace of mind gathered. Bit of spam into the box as well. So signs of life showcased by 100 Thieves towards it. Even with that util. Nade going to be exchanging for it, but that trademark now dealt with. And now they want to speed it up towards B. Attempted a split, but just the slightest of angles. That's all Spike needs.
It's a good reaction shot.
Asuna's dropped. That's a shot to the legs. Timotino dropped the 30 HP. Now you see it. Rolling out the red carpet. No real kills claimed from this one. Nightfall is going to be second layer to push them back and away. Gives a bit of freedom to plant.
Yeah, no opportunity to deny the spike there. Not where the haunt was supposed to go, but I don't think it's going to make too much of a difference.
Or just repositioning here. Full lane control. Back's being watched. Important fights to be taken here now. Vore's running and gunning around. Lane cleans up. That was Sato late to the fight, but it leaves it now just down to Timotino, and he was weak from earlier. That shot to the shin pays dividends. One bullet's all it takes from blows, and even the res as well to keep him Spike active and in when the money was this low. That's an important one.
Yeah, that was Lev's last chance before the half ran away from them, and they've managed to keep things looking good. 3 ultimates invested, but that's around where you want to do it. A nice kill from Spike to set them up with the player advantage, and then jumps in with the null command, playing in the rest of his team. They are playing a little bit more fluidly than they were on Bind. You could imagine that the nerves are starting to ease up a little. And they've won a critically important round. So now economy stabilizes.
Yeah.
Ults fairly even, but Sato with a big one.
You want to play? Let's play.
It's a chance for Lev to really tip those scales again in their favor.
Oh, what's going on here? You don't normally have your KO tucked into this corner.
Play him in off a play. I mean, Sato must have the ult primed, but it's not where a lot of the action's going to be lying. 100 Thieves are working mid instead.
Whoa!
That's a convergent path to where? Nadia! Bloody hell, Sato! Yeah,
wow.
I mean, okay.
I guess if you wanted to be picky, there's no great reason for Asuna to be challenging that, but that was a shot and a half
ridiculous.
from Sato. An insane shot. I don't think Asuna expected to be punished for that peak.
Any other player, I call that a massive overextension, but he delivers, so I will shut my mouth.
They did trigger that trap very early on, and 100 Thieves have taken a lot of mid control. Lev dropping back into some passive spots, but PXS continuing to hold up close. This TP, though, would double them both up in secret.
Towards the high ground, that's a reveal. Straight for the wall, bit of spam! Yeah, PXS can't get out of there.
Yeah, he got caught by the haunt.
Yeah.
30 seconds left.
Spike has a flash to play with. Inside the smoke, sitting tight for now. Taps. No util there. Spike potentially caught, but plant down. That was the goal for 100 Thieves. Now retreating into more passive positions, peeling back. A lot of them playing out towards that position. Cryo is getting active though. Aggro onto the lines of that tour de force. Rendezvous off to the side again. He can still be that playmaker. Stun is narrowly avoided. And the shots are rattling, fired off from every single direction here. Hell of a crossfire to be walking into. Lev forced to retreat. King with his tail between his legs.
Yeah, Leviatán's defensive setup over towards A just got completely broken by Vora's haunt.
Oh, yeah.
King's getting some consolation kills really towards the end here. The money is great for 100 Thieves, so those losses don't mean much. They put a couple on the board, but things are still going to get difficult. Here's that haunt I was talking about. You know, PXS has just got no chance of surviving there. No. TP back towards pit.
Last player standing.
King didn't have a smoke in the retake either. He only just got that one online.
I wasn't ready in time.
Nah, it was really, really late. PXS with an ultimate, though, means that Leviatán is still going to be able to buy here. It is a bit more back and forth, more chances for Lev compared to Bind, but 100 Thieves are still in control. And Asuna is one away from getting an ult command. And this ult orb's looking good.
Big connection with a knife.
4 players found with that, I think. And so Sato's going walkabout.
King, it's an attempt to spam as well because, again, eyes on the prize, which is that orb. Like you were talking about, Asuna's going to be able to get his ult online now. A potential exec. Bang trying to hold back. Potential pushes, entreating in. Double dash now in towards the lane. Tivatino had that shorty out in case there was somebody there. Spike! Slamming him down. Back towards position. It's all his territory. Will be falling, but King is fast to respond. It's an instant trade. A lot of damage done to Asuna in the process. Presumably from Spike earlier. Leviatán. Heavy-handed. They smack 100 Thieves down when they try to get away with that.
Yeah, that's a GG go next kind of round for 100 Thieves. 2 players just got spammed straight through a smoke. Great anticipation from Spike. He identified what was happening as soon as the dash comes through. I mean, 100 Thieves have been doing that constantly, haven't they? Follow-up off the Timatino dashes has been really reliable. But in this situation, a bit too predictable. They didn't burn the null command, though, right? They still have Asuna and Timatino's ults to play around as they head deeper into this half.
Yeah.
So it's not a disaster. And they've still got money in the bank as well. Just another round on the board for Lev. Equaling what they managed in that first half of Bind. And an opportunity for 100 Thieves and Lev to discuss what adjustments they want to make going forwards.
Attack was more suppressed. I got their options.
See how they change it up. We've got to see this from Spike's POV. Look at that damage. That is insane. That's 2 players and then a 140 dink, I believe. That is insane work that he's put in towards the back. Lever only trailing by 2 rounds.
There's a chance here that they might all get hit by Spike's knife.
Might be the case. This is a double dash primed on either side here. Sato wants to try and make a go for this one. He's dodged the knife. In fact, their own one getting off a little bit faster as well. So that's denied the abilities and any chance of 100 Thieves being able to fight past that initial smoke.
I think it was 4 or 5 players from 100 Thieves caught in that knife.
Like an arms race. Which knife goes off first?
Yeah. But also, it gives you huge information. I'm surprised that LEV aren't trying to push out on other areas of the map. Maybe there were only 4 players detected, because if you've got a full 5, I would imagine the PXS would be taking, you know, a more aggressive line at least over towards B.
Sure, yeah.
But they just leave Timotino here for 100 Thieves, trying to wrap back into an A push, where these ults can make all the difference.
It's on Spike again. Just one player. What can he do from a spot like this? Convergent pass, that's just one. Again, that flash overhead. Sato's going to be dealing with it. Spike now. Time to step up. He's getting reinforcements arriving to try and help him out and take this fight together, but it's a bit whiffy. Aim not quite in the right place at the right time for it. Underhanded with the flash. Looking to see if they can clear and cleave a bit of a path into the rest of this side. Sato!
On for the ace.
4 kills. One more will do it. He claims what he was after, an ace for the young gunner.
Great round from Sato. I actually like the idea from 100 Thieves as well. They did a disguised A split. They made it feel like it was a full A push coming from A main. They even smoked themselves off in art. Sato wasn't full blinded. Just caught a glimpse there of Timotino, shut him down. And then Spike was super aware, actually. Huge credit to Spike, even though it's an ace from Sato, was still aware enough to think about art, even though it looked like a full A main push.
Yeah.
And that info sets up Sato for the rest of the kills.
No fight taken. You're seeing the same knife used against the back wall to deny that one.
Whoa.
What is this? Sato is so damn deep, man! Pushed up! And the overhead with the flash!
Oh, that is so nice.
Crazy setup.
The support utility from Spike is amazing on KO.
Rips away their lives. What a way to be rewarded for it. Still Cryo. He's going hunting. Looking to offset that disadvantage.
He was a monster on bind. Hasn't quite been activated in the same way. Only 5 kills in 10 rounds. Getting Cryo online could accelerate 100 Thieves off and away in control of the game. Can they get him in positions to control the game? So much responsibility on blows tucked into this secret position here. Rookie player, very young. One of the people maybe feeling the nerves that Owner was talking about, and there are people creeping into his sight.
He could be doing a lot from this spot, but the trouble is he is isolated. Spike jumps up with a knife. Information gathered, but that goes both ways. I know Blows is around in that territory yet, just from the suppression. Cryo cleans him up. Trying to bait the shot out. Flash is beautiful. Wonderful connection. Even better peek. King trying to really square up and take those fights to them. Good with the movement, at least gets the 1, but PXS is now placed in a 1v2.
Tough 1v2 as well.
Yeah, with the op.
You don't really want to put the op in a position where you might lose it and have to rebuy, but at the same time, the money's looking good for Leviatán. Bang, though, is a nightmare to deal with. Pull on the Spike at this point would be so tough for PXS to get through, and so he just decides to save, take the easy route.
Yeah.
And I was just crediting Spike for having great supportive util, but Asuna waiting, or Asuna throwing the flash in, and Cryo waiting for it too. He knew he wanted to take a fight over there towards the backside. Here's that first flash from Spike that set up Sato so well. But in the 3v5, they still come out on top.
Yeah. Late timeout here by LEV. I mean, there's about 2 rounds left in the half. They're big ones, though. The difference of potentially equalizing 6-6 or potentially going down 8-4. So, pivotal moment to have some interjection by the coaches.
Asuna's been holding on to this null command for quite a while. I'd expect him to be ripping it in this round. What adjustments are they going to make here? LEV have been fighting fairly heavy over A control the last couple of rounds.
Now, I've been liking the adjustments they've just even made to that. They started losing that A main fight pretty consistently, but that one switch up, Spike with the knife against the back wall immediately.
I mean, Sato running through his own Tejo's missiles and bunny hopping into the smoke.
Just to play off of it.
To play off the flashes. That is, it's a crazy one.
Yeah.
You're not going to be able to do it more than once, though. I don't think. Thieves gather up over towards B. An area that LEV have not been playing super heavy. They've just been putting their chamber over there for the majority of this. But maybe anticipating a swap up. Here, Sato and Spike, that duo, look to try to meet 100 Thieves head on.
Good to set play again. Convergent pass. Sato's got it.
Yeah. Yeah, watch for them being tucked in the cubby.
Play to be made. They hear it. There's a rumble of the footsteps overhead with the flash as well. Sato gearing up and eager to draw blood. Takes out his adversary. Opponent on the other side of things. Asuna trying to really leap in like a salmon upstream. This guy won't stop. No command even popped off. And the team happy to just reciprocate and clean up the rest of them. That's going to be a res online. Asuna not really any worse for the wear. Bang. Slipping his way in.
I think King might have heard that, and yeah.
Yeah, the smoke.
Seeing the smoke, you've got to expect that somebody slipped through. And when he doesn't see anyone headed towards the B site, he might get the idea now that Bang slipped towards water. But even if he has the read, it's way too late. 100 Thieves now control the whole right side of the map.
Very good awareness here by Bang. PXS is still thinking about it. It was calm, but that is damage done. Dropped down to 2 HP.
And I think at this point you just need to save.
I mean, that's a play made, right?
Yeah. You've got no chance here. I like the early aggression from Leviatán. Getting the opening pick again. We might be looking at the stats at the end of this game with first kill disparity towards Lev, despite the fact that 100 Thieves are ahead. But a 4v2 situation here, Lev are not even going to go for it, just playing for round 12. And it's Asuna who really makes the play to change that fight over towards the top of B.
Jumping in front of his own underhanded flash.
Yeah,
so that they will be turned away.
Yeah.
So we can take a better fight.
And he's also popped the null command too, so he's not worried about getting knocked.
Even if he goes down.
Going for the flash and the jump is actually really nice tech. A lot of the time, if people are full blind, they're going to be aiming at where your head is. And, you know, if you've ever played Phoenix or KO in ranked, a lot of the time you're going to flash and then swing straight into their pre-fire spam even when they're blind. But if you jump, they're only leg shotting or body shotting you instead. And Asuna, one of those players who knows exactly how to maximize jumping around in this game.
Oh, yeah. You see it again on that replay. Real clean stuff from Sato again, but the immediate answer back. That is real nice.
That one's dead.
Just snapping straight to the heads.
You guys are him. You guys are him. Yeah, you were.
And this round here, round 12, this is the difference because you go from respectable 7-5 to potentially quite dire 8-4. Very important now for Lev.
And PXS has a lot of responsibility on his shoulders. Bottom of the scoreboard with the chamber, with the op. He's going for the jump up play.
PXS, chance, he's spotted it. Cryo potentially there, but he just dropped off the box.
He gives it up. Twice now that we've been watching PXS a little scared of Cryo.
Chance in our heads in. Honestly, who can blame him? After performance from map 1, Cryo. Unstoppable object, really. Or removable.
There is so many angles here that Cryo could be playing from. Either side of pillar, tucked left, close right.
100 Thieves looking to apply pressure out towards lane. Pulling some support away from B. Might make Cryo's life a little bit easier.
Both flashes invested just for King to clear this.
Yeah, overhead. Here's a clash. Potentially occurring. Not much in the way of util. Just a Prowler. Saturate is immediate. Goes on either side here. Sees alongside it. It's an abundance of util, but no real ground gained.
They're going back over towards that insert from Cryo early on.
30 seconds left.
Once more, PXS is the player with the responsibility for Lev.
Time potentially being a bit of a problem. Sato still has an ult in his back pocket and now making the call as well. They've got the right read on this one. It's heading over towards B. Nightfall forwards. PXS holds it down with the ground that he's got. What a pick. Timotino's gone. King really raring to go. Rest of his team running their way forwards, shutting the door in the face of 100 Thieves. Final round around 12 will ensure that it is a respectable finish towards it. Consolation kills in the end, but it was that round win that Lev were after. 7-5, nothing to scoff at.
A much more respectable half compared to Bind. And so far they've won every pistol. Remember that as we head into the next half. But they have thrown away every follow-up after winning. They can't allow that same problem to occur as we head into round 13. This is much better looking from LEV on their opponent's map pick.
Definitely feeling much more warmed up here on the big stage. Potentially those nerves playing a part, but for now we're going to send it down to the stage. Liz is standing by with a very familiar face.
A man who really needs no introduction. It is Sean Garris, everyone. I mean, let's talk about your resume, because you were a coach, and then now you're broadcast talent, and you played a while back, and now you're the head of FPS for 100 Thieves. Talk to me, what is it like being in this insane manager position?
Yeah, I mean, I played when the dinosaurs roamed the earth, but it's been crazy. It's been really busy. You know, I've been building multiple programs out. Now I'm actually finally getting to GC. I'm really excited to build out the GC team for 100 Thieves. So if there's any money in the scene that wants to sponsor our team, hit me up, for sure. And it's been a movie. I took the team to a team dinner last night. The vibes are immaculate, and I'm just so happy for them right now. Honestly, it's vibes.
I mean, yeah, you can hear the comms in the ready room. So I was going to ask you, can you give us an inside peek to like what the vibes are while they're playing? Because it seems like they're very chill and happy.
Yeah, honestly, they're a very chill team. The NBS and Doom Bros, I give them all the credit in the world for building this culture. We have such a young team. I mean, our youngest, I think, is Tim at 18, and then we have Cryo, who just turned 23. So the spread of ages makes us one of the youngest teams in the region, and there's just so much growth potential, right? This isn't the top right now, and I know there's going to be ups and downs, but I'm super optimistic right now.
Well, congrats. Everyone get up for Sean Garris one more time. And it's wonderful to see you here, as always. But friends, we have a very tight game to get back to. So it's Brett and Asaj, I'll send it back to you.
Sean making a great point there as well, because when I think of the core of 100 Thieves, I don't really think, you know, I'm not thinking young, fresh faces because of the tenure.
Yes,
because they've been around the block for so long, right? With Asuna and Cryo.
Yeah, Asuna and King, we saw this right at the beginning of the match, have been the longest standing players on a single team in VCT Americas. Yeah. But yeah, Asuna is still really young. I mean, when he first joined 100 Thieves, he was the young guy, the zoomer on the team. And now he's the experienced guy, the
grizzled vet. Yeah.
Is he grizzled?
He's got the stubble for it.
Well, LEV will be hoping to continue this pistol dominance they've had and then actually convert it into something a little better. Two sheriffs for Sato and Blows. Timotino sneaking up.
Sights. Yeah, that's going to be Satri to push it back. Rendezvous to respect it, and now arc control going to be gained for LEV.
Timo looking to push this 1v1 really deep into A main.
I'm really eager to take that fight. Damage done. No kill claimed, but he's dominated control over towards A main, and that's an important little point in the overall macro.
Don't miss me too much.
Unfortunately, though, Vora can't really rotate to go and help B.
Nade.
He's got to be worried about the water.
He's going to sail overhead. Sato was very much isolated, but he's got to refract to get back to his team.
They didn't break the trip. I'm not sure they even saw it, actually. Cry has tucked it a little bit around the corner. And now that's getting such good information for them in this mid to late round. Back into Timo.
This is where that prior space that he got is so damn important. Spots it. Shoulder, there was a chance really for LEV to punish. He's going to be hearing that footsteps now. That's a lot of presence. Multiple players now trying to assail his position. Smokes not quite blossomed them yet into the choke. In their own faces, really cutting them out of the picture. And there's damage done. This is all just through the smokes again. How is Blows finding this? Alongside Sato, shoulder to shoulder. Barely any time to work with. Hold on, that's straight through the wall. Asuna, it's denying his plans. A few more shots straight to the dome could potentially do it. It needs to be defended. Blows. He's really up for the challenge and that task. It's damage done though. Weakened. Asuna in a 1v4 though, and rapidly approaching. Reflanking around. We've seen this one before. King. It's going to be that insurance policy. Making sure that it can't quite go amiss. Hold up, Sato. Locks it up.
There was an insurance.
As I said, there was King.
Yeah, there was an insurance policy anyway. King coming up around the back, but Asuna certainly making them sweat a little. I can't believe that we're talking about this again. LEV winning literally every pistol so far. 4 for 4.
That's
how
ridiculous.
Those shots came through exactly, I'm not sure.
Okay.
Pretty ridiculous, yeah. But this next round is everything, right? LEV have thrown these away with an outrageous level of consistency. They've got to convert here. 3 Bulldogs, an Outlaw. A lot of the time it's Timotino jumping in and wrecking this round.
Knife is good. Cancels out the drone. Cryo allowed to play forwards. He hears it. Footsteps forwards and rare miss, honestly. We've seen this code ahead to be deadly accurate.
Yeah, it goes into the body of Sado.
It's part of the reason why 100 Thieves have been so successful on these ecos following up after losing a pistol.
Yeah, it really is.
So making sure that you spot out where Cryo is and maybe avoid him.
Lead him out of the headhunter bullets.
Yeah.
He's only got 3 left. He can only kill 3 of you, unless you line up.
Worst case scenario.
Lev, though, you've got to be feeling a little bit of fear, you know, as you're running around the map here, because you've lost 3 of the rounds like this. Most teams are converting them about 90% of the time. You've got a 0% conversion rate.
It's really, yeah, it's quite odd.
And 100 Thieves have gambled perfectly here.
Ooh,
Surely
okay.
it can't happen again.
Not again. But that's
Can't
5
happen
players.
again.
That's 5 players. In the right place. 35 seconds left. If Lev's sniffing out, there's potential they could get a bit of a mad dash going.
30 seconds left.
Knife. That's going to be onto a multitude of players.
Oh, that's
They make the call.
Surely you saw everyone.
25 seconds left.
Are they committing?
The tap, seeing if they can force out the response. That is a lot of util flying forwards. Cryo, he's found one. Spike, there's 18 seconds left. Here it is. The scenario we're talking about now. No one's going to be home onto the B site. Double dash has to be used. The spike was handed over. It's like passing a baton in a relay race here just to get themselves in.
6 seconds on the clock. And Sado plunges the spike into the ground. This round does look like it should be a little bit more stable. A fight happening in mid-PXS with the better gun. Doesn't matter.
This is where it gets dangerous. There's no way it's going to be 4 for 4. 4 pistol rounds won, 4 ecos lost out for Lev, potentially, but they've got to try and lock it all down now, hold it down at that. The recall, I'm going to saturate. That is lovely work.
And surely that's it.
Yeah, there has to be. Already with that damage done. There it is, finally. The conversion off the back of the pistol. Wouldn't normally be cheering them on, but it's been a hard grab for them, so.
It really has. So now Lev finally can actually get some momentum, get their feet underneath them at the beginning of one of these halves. It's been their biggest problem in the match so far. Biggest celebration you'll ever see for winning a round 14.
Yeah.
But Sado's one away from an ult, and now the game completely changes. Every time at the beginning of these halves, we've been talking about 100 Thieves starting to generate these ult cycles, and now Lev are in the driver's seat with a chance to get a bonus round going.
Sado was primed there with dash. Now you're seeing it. Stars lay it down, conversion pass onto the left. Is that ult up? Dashing forward, straight into their own salvos. Hold on! Cryo! Where's he getting that one from? I believe potentially the Haunt and the reveal off into the corner. All-man kill. Timotino repositions off to the side, not enough to deny that plant in time.
Sado landed inside his own team's salvos there from the Teo, too.
Weird spot to be placed in. Underhanded. Spike just doing that one purely off instinct, hoping that players already pressed up. 100 Thieves, though, starting to scale now efficiently, effectively. Blinded up, but spam into the corner. That's Asuna removed. The tap. Looking for the next layer of things here. Pull is forced out. Util starting to fall out of their pockets, and Leviatán really collecting all sorts of kills.
And there's the difference that it makes. As soon as they don't throw away that follow-up after the pistol, they've got a chance of converting a bonus. And yeah, the initial idea didn't actually work that well off the back of Sado's ult. But once you got the spike in the ground, you got chances to win. And here it's that flash play from Asuna. This time actually Asuna not jumping after the underhand flash. And it costs him, because those double blinded players over towards Hard just go for the spam and take him down. Spike 2 away from getting an ult command. That's the ult you're looking towards for Lev to continue generating momentum. Turn his snowball into an avalanche.
3 suppressed.
Big knife. Cancels the drone, gets a bit of info.
Timotino with a Bucky is my player to watch in this one. If something was going to go wrong for Lev.
I mean, he's been a menace, hasn't he, with his shotguns?
I was going to say that, actually. Cryo with the headhunter.
He double dashed up with a Bucky onto B long. All the way up. Wow. Weapon handed over.
And I thought it was Cryo that was the danger in mid. Vora just pushes with the Sheriff.
He's handed it over to Cryo. Health advantage. Cryo's been shooting.
Yeah, that's a win condition on defense. Activate Cryo. Hasn't had a dominant map so far, but he's always got that potential when he's on chamber. He can take over at any moment.
45 seconds. 100 Thieves retreated into a bit more passive positions. Contacting up.
Cryo is here.
Cryo's here, and looking for that fight. He wasn't really set up for it entirely. Spike over the shoulder, dismisses Vora. Wave of his hands. Dasher forwards again, spotting out where Bang could be. Does get the one towards the back of the side. Asuna needs to be cleaned up. Will do in good time.
Actually, a really nice, clean anti-eco conversion there once they hit the A site from Lev. Spike getting them, Sado getting them that opener. And as soon as Cryo fell, the rest of the dominoes quickly followed. A nice shot from Blows as well, who's shooting back.
These players are activated.
Yeah, they are. And I think 100 Thieves should be slightly worried about what's happening now. Null command online for Spike. Chances for this to get out of control. And Cryo's not shooting the same way that he was on Bind. He's not on a bad map. You can't expect him to always be winning every one that he's got.
Yeah.
But he was the player on Bind.
At Bind, it's a little bit more predictable in terms of the way that you're going to be taking the fights too. It's smaller.
Yeah, I think so. But also, there are opportunities for Chamber players or just contact agents in general to dominate on Pearl.
For sure. Just a bit more spread out.
And this time he's on the wrong side of the map.
Yeah. No command emanates out here from Spike. He's looking to take this one a bit of a split over towards A. Hold on to the Spike. To escort this one all the way into the A side, but 100 Thieves are gearing up themselves. They can go back in with no command of their own. Timotino, that's a bit of spam as well. Straight through that smoke, catching it onto the cross with Sato down. Big openings and big wing cons. Shotgun! Timotino, he has been that guy, but
he's just trying to punish the reload there from Spike. Missed the shot with the shorty. And let Spike get off.
There's this operator out through the main choke point. No command forwards as well, trying to lead the charge. Asuna not quite going for first. Vora picked off in the midst of all of this one.
Pull, salvo, so much stuff to get through.
Way too many tools, to be honest. It looks like it's going to be a LEV round win. First contact again, seeing that nobody's quite on it. Salvos to force the issue out. Yes, the kills are going away of 100 Thieves, but it's that time pressure. Talked about it right at the beginning of this map, but Leviatán's comp, if you let them get into the sites like that, with salvos and pulls, the time pressure is immense.
Even with a player advantage, 100 Thieves are not able to pull off the retake.
Yeah, it's really filthy stuff to try and get through.
And it's technically a Red Bull clutch there for King, but the kill from Spike is important, but it's that constant pressure that the Tejo and Astra are putting on you. Tactical timeout being taken here for 100 Thieves, their first one of the map. Everything was going fairly smoothly for them in the first half, but now 5 in a row for Leviatán. And NBS under pressure. It's their map pick. He was very confident coming in here. Thought that they had a read. He even said that it would be a cleaner score than Bind. Thought he had a good idea of what LEV were going to do on the attack side.
That's the danger, though, I think, of a new beginning to a season, is that you might have an expectation of what a good map is for you, but there's a lot of unknowns, really.
I also think that if you imagine 100 Thieves dominating on this map, I think it is Cryo. It's about putting him in position where you've got a read on the game. It's not necessarily that Cryo's not shooting right now. In that round, he was posted over towards B as Lev went for an A split.
They've just been avoiding him.
Yeah, they're avoiding him. But also they're getting a little unlucky because they started the round with him on the opposite side of the map.
Yeah.
So you've got to get a read on what Lev are going to be doing, how King's going to be calling, and then put Cryo in the best positions where he can take over the game. Because his chamber is that huge win condition for 100 Thieves. He's going glass cannon operator this round. It's a big one.
Yeah, it's a massive one.
No ultimates on the board. PXS taking a peek.
Overhead with the knife. It's a tag on either side, to be honest. It's both chambers caught by that. Sound was in through mid. It's a fast take. Leviatán looking to make sure that they can lay claim to a lot of this space. And this is a thorn now in the side of 100 Thieves. Mid has been compromised.
I think the salvo was used there to take down that trip. They're aware that something's going on in mid.
Flash, re-clear. 100 Thieves are making all the noise here to make sure that they're known. Timotino was just walking around there.
On fire. good shutdown, because Sato was applying a lot of pressure through the middle of the map.
Yeah.
And 100 Thieves actually have still got to drop back and cover water.
Yeah, they might have got the one kill, but they don't know how many more players were behind Sato.
This is one of those rounds where Cryo is providing value by giving them information towards B, but he's not in a position to get kills. So again, it comes down to the people on the other side of the map. Vora, bang.
Stack towards it, smokes in your face. Spike steadily trying to see if he can clear most of the way into it, but that's a fight taken, bang.
He looked back towards the Prowler.
Yeah, the time to strike was there.
30 seconds left.
Not much time left in the bank. Blows. So escorted this Spike forwards, but there's no one in a position to really help him even plant. I mean, main control sure, King is going to be waiting behind, but sees overhead. And now he's essentially stuck here. Has an ult.
But if he can get out,
yeah,
they've got this outrageous post-plant ability. They've still got pull, salvos
now.
Using the ult now.
There's a gap to play in. Yeah, Timotino's just pressed forwards. I mean, it's worked almost into his favor. Dropped down to 5 HP though. Just from that side damage that was coming in, laid out. Blows is not playing his life in this spot. Could be playing it with the salvos, instead cleaned up. Fights opted into. Plays into 100 Thieves' hands, and they do stem that bleeding. They stop that roll of rounds at level getting on board.
Quite a strange round from Leviatán. Very contacty. Two players just walking into the A site. Maybe King will try to abuse that in more of a structured way later on. And then deciding to go for the aggressive option in the post plan, rather than playing the cringe setup.
Nice! Let's go, guys!
Decided to opt into honest Valorant.
Timo believes, though. Coming out the back of that round, they're first on the defense side. But I think there's a lot of options here for King. He's realized that mid is pretty weak. He's realized they're holding A pretty passive.
Yeah.
Plenty of ways that King can call here to try to explode the 100 Thieves defense. But they mix it up and put Cryo on a bit more of an aggro angle on A.
Big mix-up, really, as well.
Back in a flash.
Moving forwards. Bullets flying forward. Saturated as well, trying to get that double peek online. Timotino not eager, we're just pushing it back. He wants to go for the kill. Potential for blood. Refract back. We'll have to respect most of that. Salvos at the feet of Bang. Convergent pass. This is essentially a solo play. Bang is just trying to help out from the sides. It was a reactive Saturate, I think, on the other side of things. So Timotino, he couldn't push off his own ult. 1-for-1, 4v4.
There's a real difference in levels of aggression from these two chamber players. PXS has not been looking for the aggro lurk over towards B.
Yeah.
Flash re-clear from 100 Thieves as well, just confirms that. And on the other side of the map, Cryo holding quite a deep position. Can he timing the drone?
Really looking towards it, breaks it instead.
But sticks around.
See if he could pull him back. He has the trip for peace of mind towards Art, but not for much longer. If he gets smoked off, it's a real trouble for them. Lev.
Even if the trip just gets broken, he can't.
Yeah.
I mean, he can TP. It goes back over towards
30
Secret. He
seconds
is protected by a wall.
They're smoking it off. They're breaking it. Okay. And here's the pressure. What does Cryo want to do? Steps up, tries to take the fight. Spike was ready for it.
First time where we've seen Cryo in a position to win the round and get shut down rather than avoided. And time low for Lev, but they put themselves in a good position. And it's still King, Blowers alive. No salvos though this time. And King not in a position really to use a safe pull. He's stuck.
A big player advantage though, at least up by one. Lev looking to see if they can fight this one forwards. They're just hiding in the smoke for now. The Haunts is a massive reveal. Comes down to the gunfights. Which way do they land? Now the cards are dealt. It's a very wide face, grouped up. Not quite cowering, but with the backs against the wall, it's Lev who do get it done.
It's claustrophobic positioning for Lev, but like you say, they shoot their way out of that situation and put another one on the board on the attack side. 6-1 in terms of this half. They're running away with things. Nothing's really working here for 100 Thieves, even though they went for that. You know, the re-clears are actually getting them some decent information, but then they can't stop the plant from going down.
Yeah.
And in post-plant spots, Lev are really comfortable. I think 100 Thieves are going to have to try to flood defend more, if they can. Letting this comp get into post-plant spots is killing them.
Looking towards mid.
Doing a thing.
Main though for Lev. Flash peek. New footsteps heard here, Sato. We want away now from the ult. Mid completely taken up though by 100 Thieves in the midst of all of this.
Trademark is down for a moment. Cryo hears it come back up.
Very deep positioning. Cryo expecting quite a bit here. We'll have to respect that drone. Didn't want to get suppressed out into the open.
And just like that, they know where Cryo's playing. If there was ever a time to go for an A split, I think it would be now. Maybe a bit of a B fake first, put pressure, see if they can break the trademark. But I would imagine this is ending over towards A, because you just want to avoid this guy, especially with the tour de force.
Flash salvo, Cryo. Tried to be rooted to the spot there to ensure that they couldn't cross into lane.
He's been given a couple of opportunities, but he's
To the
missing.
high-low. Backing away, 100 Thieves. They've been holding that one for a while. Looking to get contested, but it's contact plays on contact plays. A main also compromised.
30 seconds left.
There are 3 players on A right now, though. They could still try to fight this plant.
Bam's going to be deading that one. Smoke to split up most of the site. Nightfall on top of it as well. This is a really sticky spot to be placed into. The pressure's immediately on here for Lev, but no denial at the plant. They're able to get this one down, but the spam goes both ways. Gunfire. Spike is very low. Double digits. One more bullet will do it, even if it is through the wall. The reload on point, and they're just trying to follow the, essentially, waves emanating out from that no command to see if they can counter spam him, but somehow Spike still lives. Still forward, still taking these fights. He knows where the players might be, and this guy is a menace. They can't remove him right now from this spot. Cosmic Divide splits it up. That's a nade towards your back, and finally they deal with him. That wall is becoming a bit of a problem. Sound cue's heard, trying to block this one. We've seen this one before, but not quite on it. Lev, time to push forwards. They have to try and get a handle onto this one, but the trademark slowed down. No time, no time. Leviatán are going to be up to 12.
Match
100
point.
Thieves got themselves in a position to try to pull off that retake, but they took so long dealing with Spike.
Yeah.
I mean, how much health did he have? It was almost single digits.
30-something.
Yeah, and he's running around default,
I'm done.
putting pressure down, ends up getting the kill on the Timotino full blind as well.
Enemy remaining.
This, yeah.
And then an absolutely crucial pick towards the end of the PXS. I don't know quite how he got it, but manages to get the diffuser. And I think that made all the difference in the end. 4 opportunities to close this one out. It took more than that on Bind for 100 Thieves to get the map win, but I mean, you look at the results of this half so far, and it's been complete dominance for Lev.
Yeah, night and day, really.
It's all about, I mean, 100 Thieves in that spot, right? They have 3 players on the A side ready to defend, but they can't challenge the plant as it comes through. They're playing inside a smoke, but they don't have the ability to push up. They're just relying on spam to try to put pressure on the Lev planter, and it doesn't work. They need to adjust their setup so that they can actually take an aggressive fight. There's that kill. Jump through the Cosmic
That's
Divide
insane.
and land a headshot onto Asuna as he was sticking the defuse.
Wow.
Did he have time?
I'm not too sure. I mean, it's a really chaotic situation.
Yeah, he certainly didn't when he was dead anyway.
Very true. 1 round, though, is all it's going to take here for Lev, and they will be bringing us to map 3, Split. It's been one hell of a match so far, I'm not going to lie. It's 2 teams closely contesting each other.
I was really impressed with how 100 Thieves looked so clean on Bind.
Misses the wand.
Some of that seems to have disappeared a little.
Tino wants to take a peek. Conversion pass at your feet. What is that? Under pressure. Really doing it all. Sato feeling like he has to really step up. Timotino. My God, man! Can't be stopped. Holding it down at a choke point, and he wants that ace. Lowers anything, TP away to bait and switch.
PXS escapes all the way from Art back into A main. Can he get it? 19 HP.
Close angle comes down to reaction times. There it is!
Seen a bunch of them today. Day 2 of Americas, ace after ace. This one's impressive as well. That second kill is lovely on the blows. Goes back, deals with his opposition, Sato.
In the moment decision making as well when he knows, okay, the ults are ramping up, gets ahead of the convergent pass, takes the fight to them.
Let's go!
When Lev aren't ready, util in their hands, potentially just running up to catch up.
And that's a big round.
Shot him all the way up.
Sato used his ultimate there. Lev now on an eco.
You want to
4
play,
chances down to 3.
play.
And 100 Thieves should be favored to win this one too.
Still, danger lurks around every corner. Looking like they're gearing up for a bit of an A split. But thoroughly holding it down into A main. Big priority in terms of control. Cryo.
Yeah, looking to go forwards, using Timatino as bait.
Never taking it in a different direction, though. This is the time to be a bit cheeky, unorthodox when it comes to your play. Conversion pass offloaded. Sano as a judge, trying to hold it down. Not quite the angle for the job, yet still that's a trademark. Slowing down these players at the 4. This is where it gets messy. Potentially a killer mistake to make.
Lev pumped the brakes. Oh, this puts Bang in such a difficult position. He's getting pinched.
Everywhere right now in a spot. Shot goes wide, tour de force, but he's anticipating a bit of a re-swing, potentially there. Bang! Assailed from every angle. Still stands on top.
The hero.
30 seconds left.
Fending off attack after attack. Head on a swivel. King creeps up from behind, but
not much he can do here.
Surely going to get shut down.
That was very, very dangerous for a second. Just these feeling like they were on the cusp of just being sent straight to split.
Still huge opportunities for that, though. 2 more rounds. And Lev are going to be on max loss bonus if they do lose this one, so they'll still be able to scrap up a bye.
In theory, that was supposed to be the easy round.
Yeah. And it nearly went very wrong.
Nice, Sean, baby. Let's go. One at a time, guys. One at a time. Let's go.
Just focus on the next. Owner a bit frustrated that they weren't able to capitalize on that one. And calls attack timeout. These next 2 rounds, you can give really clear instruction as to how you want King and the rest of the gang to get it across the line. They've got a Teo ult to try to work with. They know that the middle of the map has generally been kind of weak. There have been a couple of times where it's been Vora and Cryo who've walked into mid and set up a crossfire. So you do have to be a bit cautious of that. But most of the time, Lev have had mid control fairly freely. Op v op for both of the chambers. Stressful situation. Neither of these teams really in a spot where they're closing things out easily on these maps.
Oh, there's many ways you could take this one. 2 ults online for Leviatán. Cosmic Divide. Tail ult as well. Blows has got that one just in case.
Just taking a look at the minimap here, though, in round 23. It does look like 100 Thieves have got a slight wrong read about what's going on. They've left the A side of the map a bit weaker, and Lev are set up for an A split. So if Lev are really fast off the back of this, they might catch a timing where there's still 3 players setting up Cryo on that line at B.
Locating targets.
Steadily walking up.
Yeah, they're not quick about it, though, are they?
No.
Lev are cautious. So this is going to give time for Timatino and for Asuna to reposition and strengthen the A side of the map.
A lot of control given up, though, for 100 Thieves. They're really in a position to flood defend here. Vora looking to evacuate, just back himself out. Again, the position that they're placed in.
Surely you play this round to deny the plan.
You can't let them get it down. All the amount of tools that they've got available. Timatino just doesn't quite miss the shot under that amount of pressure. Now they're going to be rolling out that red carpet. Salvo's on top of it. Too many fights to be taken in way too many directions. 100 Thieves. Leviatán, they bring it down to that 2v2. Spike reclaimed. It's explosive as anything. Trademark not broken. That's going to reveal that positioning. Asuna is alone.
Yeah, but now Asuna's got to be worried about being pushed, about potentially Lev taking a timing through market, or through art, sorry, over towards B.
Spike in their laps. Oh, that's really risky to peek it like that, but one way to clear it. Rebound, a nade. Doesn't go in the direction I think he was perhaps hoping for. Asuna reveals his position, slowly creeping and encroaching onto it. It's all onto Cryo, and he can't do it. Leviatán from the brink. They finally get themselves rolling on that second half of Pearl, and they send it straight to split.